The governor's budget this year calls for $1.5 million to expand access to naloxone to first responders. And just was curious to how those dollars would be distributed. And I've heard from some of my local constituents that they had some concerns and had a difficulty in applying and getting naloxone for their local emergency service personnel. They had applied only to be told that there was nothing available. If you could just provide a breakdown as to how the dosages are going to how they're being distributed to police departments, EMS, fire companies, or any other entities.
Well, what we did when we rolled this program out 2 years ago was to establish an entity within each county who could coordinate within that county about where the need was and then make those resources available for first responders. There's quite a range from county to county about how many first responder organizations there are and the complexity about deciding who needs those and who does not need those. So we relied on people at the local level to help make those determinations. In Allegheny County, for example, there are several hundred first responder organizations. Some of the smaller counties in Philadelphia, that's a much smaller number. So that's how we made those determinations. We asked people to give us some estimates about what they needed within their county or within their region, and then we contracted directly with the manufacturer, and then asked them to ship those directly to the first responder or the coordinated entity to then pass along to the first responders.
So for example, if a police department comes to me and says, they're out of naloxone. These things expire. I think we had quite a few of them distributed, and they expire. I think it's after about a year. They said to expire. And also for police and first responders, it's important to have them on hand. A lot of times they themselves are exposed to fentanyl or other dangerous drugs that they could possibly need that for. So if a police department or officers came to me and said, look, they're out of them, they don't have them, and they've been used, they've saved hundreds of lives, thousands of lives across the state. It's a really important program to get these tools out there. But I guess I just want to make sure that our first responders aren't having difficulties receiving them.
Yeah, and if that ended up being the case, we certainly want to hear about that. But overall, we've distributed almost 80,000 doses. Counties are reporting back to us just about 6,000 reversals. So there may be situations where there are folks who are running out or who have expired naloxone they're looking to replace. And I think the expiration is a little closer to the 2-year mark. Okay. But there are issues like that. And this program does not pretend to be able to offer that to every individual, every person who may need it. But it is a significant step in the right direction. It's had pretty good results so far.
Do you track if an individual, and 6,000 reversals, do you know if there was multiple doses of naloxone prescribed to any of those reversals?
I do believe we have some of that data. I don't have it with me today, but we could effort to get that and provide it to you.